Yo, gang! It's your boy Okami, and I'm back with another banger. Let's get into it. So, yeah. Thank you for 100 subscribers, y'all. Okay, thank you. I love you all so much. Okay, I love you guys. I was supposed to post. Okay, I was supposed to post this like 2 weeks ago, but like I said in all these other recordings, yes, this is about my freaking 10th attempt. But it's cool. So yeah, roll the intro. So like I said, that I'll be doing with deku having double burst dab on them. But yeah, so let's get straight into it. This all starts with Deku at time to take you off charger. Okay, so this all starts off as Deku at 4 years old. Now, when they about to unlock his quirk, like when he was 6 years old, I'm gonna say 6 years old. Yeah, 6 years old. That don't seem like too much of a drag. Deku sleeping in his house, and all of a sudden, his mom, basically, the house catches on fire, but his mom, she woke him up. So they're trying to escape because the fire started in his bed. Of course, he wasn't fazed by it. And then, what's her name? I can't remember what his mom's name was. Was it Inko? Inko? I'm gonna say Inku Midoriya, because I don't actually remember. So, yeah, she's like, oh, this must be his quirk unlocking. Then she wakes Deku up and tells him that he needs to get out of there. So, no, they get out of there. And then I'm just kidding. I was gonna make his mom catch on fire, but I was like, no, that's too much. Yo, that's way too much. Little she know that his quirk awakened, but for different reasons. Well, she thinks it just was a regular awakening while he was asleep. But no, in reality, he is the reason his quirk unlocked. But you'll learn about that later. In about like part 5, probably, more than likely. So, he basically gets quirk diagnosed. He just has regular/irregular fire quirk. Basically, it's not flashy, it's just real powerful. So basically, he said, ma'am, your son has a very powerful quirk depending on how he uses it and how creative he is. And tells them that he has a quirk called Hell Blaze. And that basically, if he can get enough control. So basically, she explains that your son can basically make any fire and manipulate any fire. Not just fires he makes, but someone else's fire. Plasma, artificial flames, cremation flames. Hold on. So he says there is no fire he cannot control. He can even absorb it if he wants. And if he becomes what we told, we can make it. He can control magma. He can make magma if he wants. He can make the fire as high as he wants. So he could basically make it higher than the sun if he really tried. It's limitless to how high he can make it. the doctor says. And then she's like, oh, uh, um, basically says he can also make it as cold as he wants, so he can make it as cold as nitrogen and still control it because it's his flame that he created. Because of course he can, because he make any flame hotter, but the flames he makes specific, like to make nitrogen, it has to be a flame he makes specifically, but only for nitrogen. Anything else he wants to do, he can do that to any fire. So yeah, his favorite movie is making magma spears. So I ain't gonna lie, like he really likes those. The doctor says that if he actually learns quirk, good enough, he could actually turn his body into fire. And of course, Deku's surprised and he's smiling. He's like, "Wow, that's so cool." So yeah. So Deku comes to school. He tells Bakugo he unlocked his quirk. Bakugo says, "Let me see." He says, "No." Bakugo says, "Show me your quirk, you idiot." And then Bakugo shoots fire at him. Deku shields himself. Then he remembers what he can do. So he basically just catches the explosion, and he throws it right back at him. Yeah, he can also control explosions and make them. So that's pretty cool. So Bakugo says, "Oh, so that's your quirk. You can send attacks back at people." Then he says, "Okay." Also, he can make lightning and manipulate lightning if he wants, but only to a very low extent. Like that's all he can do, and not very high volts of lightning. Like I say, like Kamnari, like it's correct. Like I'm gonna say, he can only go as far as to control 50 volt. No, say he can only go as far as to control 70 volts of electricity, none higher. Okay, nothing higher, not even a 0.1 to it, or else he's going to lose control of it. So, of course, that he trains on his quirk, and he's unlocked all the powers of his quirk. Little does he know that he's just barely scratched the surface. Like he's unlocked everything except for his speed. Yet he doesn't realize that he can make himself faster with his fire. And then once he realizes this, he tries to fire out his feet, and then he flies, and then he accidentally enters a different dimension. This dimension is purgatory. Now, of course, him being scared, he immediately leaves. I mean, he doesn't waste time. Like, he immediately leaves. But little does he know that when he entered purgatory, he became connected to it. So that gave him unlocked power to his new power, Berserk mode. Basically, he becomes made out of the hottest flame, like the flames of purgatory itself, like actual purple flames of purgatory. And basically, people that are in at least the 500-kilometer radius are basically going to just randomly turn into fire. Like, they just gonna get burnt to ash. They gonna randomly get buzzed into fire. So, yeah. But he doesn't know this yet. So, you know. So, that's that. Hold on, wait a minute.